All right, what's going on, everybody? It's Chris here, Better Investing. Today is Tuesday, February 18th, 2025, the first day of the market opening for the week. And we opened with a gap up, and we closed at all-time highs. If you mentioned, I think if I mentioned what I called out on Friday, that market internals was supporting this action. How it was, the advanced decline line was still trending up as well. Something I like to pay attention to. We did kind of get that continued move higher. For me, today, I kind of fumbled a few trades. I had Meta earlier in the morning. Puts. I want to say I had the 715s. I pretty much fumbled those. I had them at 290, sold 330, and the last one like 425. Could have managed that much better. But I like to keep my stocks tight. Um, and the other one I was looking at was UNH, United Healthcare, UHN, whatever which one it's called. I had the 500s on my fucking screen. They were trading under $3, or maybe the bid ask was $3, and the ask was 325, and I just never took the trade. I think the reason why is because like I didn't want to kind of chase it, but I did. One thing about trading is sometimes like intuition, and it was something that I've been tracking for a while. You probably see me speak about it a couple times, and I kind of felt once it lost that location, it could potentially trend back down because the way that it sold off after the CEO got shot in the back about 8 times. Shout out Luigi. No, don't shout it, but that's crazy. But it had a lot of areas where it can make a lower high and kind of bear flag out, and get that look. But we'll talk about that a little bit. But yeah, in terms of SPY, we kind of put in a hammer today. We kind of looked like we kind of came back, and I want to say, where is my? All right, so let's do this. So we look like we came back and tested 608.40, which kind of lines up to like these previous spots back here early in December. Where we kind of retesting, then the FMOC happened. We tried to climb back above, gap down. We wicked off of this spot. Looks like that's what happened later later in the day, or maybe earlier in the day. Let's go take a look. Yeah, I think this happened later in the day when I was looking, because I was like, man, I wonder if I could have caught that spot. But I mean, for the most part, like when you can recognize chop early on, it can save you a lot. So like if we look here, I mean, that's pretty much this chop, right? We really undercut at the lows from Friday, and we just pretty much just traded sideways. Like if you're able to see that and say to yourself, well, what is price doing? Is it breaking out or is it breaking down? Well, we didn't really get a breakout until right here, right? It had its opportunity here at 1150, got sold into, right? And it did what it did and went lower. But at the same time here, there wasn't much to do. Let's check the 65-minute real fast. We didn't do much, from a 65-minute candle perspective. Even though we wicked down, we still kind of closed right here from this opening close for the 65-minute from that 930 candle. So again, we didn't do anything until the last hour into the market, where we moved, a dollar and about 50 cents. But yeah, I think this is positive for the market, to kind of get back above these levels and moving averages. Now I just want to see is again, is dips going to get bought, right? Are we going to break out, right? Come back and retest. It can be something like this. All right, kind of retest this spot, then fire back off. All right, are we going to kind of break out? Let's do this again. Like, are we going to break out? Do something like that, put in a higher low above that spot, and then we like, okay, we got an area to kind of risk off of for continuation. That's kind of my thought process there. Or if shit hits the fan, do we get like some sort of bearish type of look where we do something like this? And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not this head and shoulders guy. I'm not a head and shoulders guy, but you know, these are the top end patterns you will look for, something like that, or perhaps, you know, we do something like this, right? Kind of form, one of these reversal patterns on the daily is what you'll look for, and the head and shoulders can take a little bit while to kind of build out. But we'll have to wait and see. But right now, I would still be leaning bullish. Overall direction. If you want to scalp or day trade, intraday trade. You have to have a setup. That's the main thing. So that's the Q. That's the spot. Let's go look at here the QQQ. I want to see how I was marking this out. I kind of mentioned how we kind of got bought up here. We never even came back and filled this election gap. When Trump got into office, and I was wondering, from a technician perspective, you definitely would like that final touch before it went. But hey, it goes with pretty solid volume as well here, on that breakout. I mean, not above this 20 period moving average in terms of volume, but it's a solid breakout on higher volume, than the previous day, right? This day here, so that Thursday. The continuation, not really seeing it there, but it's not bad. Let's do this color based on previous close. All right, that's how we need to do that. All right, let's go check out IWM. I want to say IWM has still not gotten above this FMMC high. Not really doing much here. EMAs are looking like it's ready to cross over 9 and 20. The 50 is curling down. We kind of just had like an inside day. We still. Do we have a gap? We got a small gap here still, looks like. Yeah, small gap there. I don't know if I want to keep that on there. That's probably noise. But yeah, nothing really to do here. RSP, let's check out RSP real fast. This is your equal weighted S&P. Turned higher, but we're still kind of like experiencing this chop action here. We can kind of see. Right, there's nothing really has really happened, since the almost the end of January. Let's go check out. I want to say it's QQQE. Is that the equal weighted? All right, this is the equal weighted. All right, so equal weighted, does kind of confirm that breakout. So probably some tech stocks that pretty look good today. Let's go check out DIE. DIE. What do we get on DIE? Not too bad here as well. Moving averages, kind of crossed over here. Perhaps you are going to come back and break out and break this 451 spot. It kind of got that look. So it's a good idea to probably look at some stocks that are in the industrial sector and see like which ones are setting up or which ones are breaking out, because this doesn't look like a bad chart. So let's go look at DJT. Dow Jones Transportation. Again, we kind of chopped around here at the 200, pulled back into the 200, climbed higher. We are above FMOC, dump day. Don't really see anything to do here, but it doesn't look like it doesn't look bearish, should I say at least. Bitcoin. Now with Bitcoin, I would have a little concern here on the Bitcoin. I mean, I don't know if people think this is a flag. I really don't see a flag look here. I mean, I kind of see like we got this spot here and we got, these highs here. And I wouldn't say it's a double top either, but it does give some remnants to, and we probably got to go back a while. Remember when we were like at 58, 60,000 or so? Let me see. I mean, this was a little bit different, but yeah, this is much different. This is a much different pattern. That's good. This is back in 2021. Yeah, this was definitely a much different pattern. So I wouldn't say this is kind of like a double top, but it's not the best looking chart right now for the Bitcoin enthusiasts that are out there. We do have that EMA crossover. Below the 50. The 50 is still curling up, but it's like it's flattening out a little bit. Let's just get it over and see what happens if it breaks 90,000, right? If the buyers are really going to step in here at the 200. All right, let's go look at a few more things real fast. Let's go look at the 10-year and the 2-year. Again, I just like to keep these in perspective. Um, Trend still remains intact. Nothing really has changed. Um, Same thing here on the 10-year. The trend still remains intact. Nothing really has changed. It could just be consolidating before a leg higher. Look here at the Dixie, which is the dollar. Again, trend here is still intact. I mean, this could just be contracting, pulling back. But in terms of structure, I mean, the trend is still intact. You know, I'd be a little more concerned if we break 105 to the downside. And I say, okay, maybe trend is starting to definitely reverse. But right now, just could be some contraction. Um, let's go look at some of the big guys. Apple, inside day after a couple big days up in a row. Um, Now it does have this dump candle here from earnings, so it's probably good to watch that. If it does break that, it could have some nice continuation. Amazon, sitting here lost to 50, but it's still kind of holding this power candle. I don't know where this day came from. Where it was up, well, open at 235 and closed, hit a low. Yeah, I mean this is a pretty powerful candle. We are kind of holding that. We swept underneath. We're still sitting like right here, a little bit below the 200. The EMAs are starting to cross over, but I don't see a short setup here on Amazon. Like even the weekly, it doesn't look bad. I don't see a reason to take that short. Meta had its first red day in about 20 days. And it was a pretty aggressive day. Right, it was down about 2.76%, about $20. I got in this around 9:45 or 9, yeah, right around here. I want to say kind of when it broke like this. No, that's still early. I chased it, and that's the probably reason why I fucking sold when I did so. Um, I got in around like 9:45. Yeah, I got in way too late. And it was just me just recognizing it too late. But I just had, intuition, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that was probably not the best trade I could have taken. 'Cause it doesn't really set up here. I mean, only real setup I see is really down here. But do you want to take that after it's pulling into the EMA 9 for the first time after 20 days? You can kind of see it get brought up, and then it's trying to hold here, and then it finally gets that continuation down. I mean, that's probably your best setup, but on a strong stock into the EMA 9 for the first time. Um, Not too sure if that's what you want to take. Let's get rid of these. Let's go look at Microsoft. What we got on Microsoft? Looks like it had a powerful candle at the end. Nothing really here below all the main moving averages. Netflix, red day kind of tapped the EMA 9. Got brought up. Don't really see anything there. Nvidia, I thought it report this week, but it actually reports next week, and this doesn't look like a bad trend line if it wants to have some continuation before the earnings. Right, it could possibly pop into 150 if it wants to have some continuation, break this 140, 143 spot. Probably look at this on a lower time frame. Right, you kind of got your potential lower high or higher low right here. And right, you can buy it over this, and your stop is 137.80, 137.99, or a little bit below there. You're looking for continuation. Now the question you have to ask is the juice worth the squeeze? If so, make lemonade. If we do take it over here, and our stop is right below here, our first TP probably needs to be up here, and it really doesn't offer the best risk to reward. So you'll probably need to come up a little bit more and find a spot. I mean, this is sure you can probably get something like this, but are you going to get this much of a reward before it hits below here is the question. So, yeah, I'm not too sure here. I don't really see a long setup for sure, unless you keep your stop very tight. Pretty much like if you buy it over here, if you buy it over here, like if it opens on Wednesday around here and it fires through this level and you use that as your stop, like the low of that 65-minute candle as your stop, then yeah, you can probably target the previous day highs. Trying to treat this as a higher low. No, something, probably something like this, right? It's firing through there. Put my stop right below here. Now I can target up to here, right? You see what I'm saying? Right, risking 97 cents to capture $2.45 right back into this pocket. But but at the same time, you're pushing it right into the 50 from underneath. So, Tesla, not really doing much. It's still struggling here. I think it hit a high today of 359.10. I kind of talked about like this $60, $62 location. It's kind of where you want to see it get back above, but it still has a lot of areas where it could potentially reject that. Now I'm just gonna do some little quick searching. Oh, let me just go through like what I had on my watch list, see if anything looked good. Had this Teradyne on here. All right, kind of gapped out. I was kind of just looking at it from looking at it from this. No, it kind of did come back and hold these lows back here from November. I think you can keep an eye on this, but the 250 is still above. I had MDT up there, but I don't think, yep, it had earnings. So, yeah, again, that's why you just don't take earnings, right? Pushed into this previous area. And you had earnings, went down, got brought up off the 200. This Airbnb, I think we still got to keep this on watch. PDYN, probably need to keep this on watch here at the 50. I'll just make an alert here. What else I had? I had ERJ, Inside Day. So, I mean, I don't know if I had much that actually triggered for loans. I know I had Next. Okay, so Next, still peeking its head. Looks like it want to go higher. They have earnings next week. So it could be one of those situations where it just fakes out, bullshits around here until earnings come out. I did have this Rockwell on my list. Looks like it came down, defended the EMA 9 after the gap up. Probably should already be in this. Not the cleanest setup I like to play. CSIA, it's like a new IPO and it's absolutely getting crushed. ARM. Not bad. Not bad if you want to play this for continuation back into. This doesn't fucking look bad. Yeah, this doesn't look bad. And you can kind of see where it kind of stalled out at. Right up there at 181. The high on this candle was 182.88, so this peaked over just a little bit. It doesn't look too bad. Yeah. Let's see what I had on my bearish list. I don't know why the fuck is bros on my bearish list. This should not be on my bearish. This is definitely not something you want to put on your bearish list. This is a gap up off of earnings. Coin, still kind of sitting here around this spot. I don't really see anything though. I mean, this can probably pull back into the 200, honestly. I mean, they had earnings and, not the reaction you expect off of the earnings that they had. UNH, like I said, this was on my list. I had the spot, had got the alert. I think what threw me off here was, let me see. The average true range is $14. Alright, so if it closes there and it opens here, yeah, it exhausts a lot of its fucking range. I think that's what threw me off. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what threw me off. Moves $14 and a gap down about 11. It's kind of hard to kind of play this continuation. Yeah. No, now I see why I wasn't too sure on it. Still watching Rocket Lab. Again, this is something I don't want to take unless there's some market weakness and it wants to lose the 50 at the same time. But I do want to watch that. I can take one off this list. This thing that's actually faked out this breakdown and this ripped higher off of earnings. IBIB, this is probably still going lower. Retested this flat bottom breakdown. It looks like it triggered today below the low 130.06, 05. Yeah, it looks like it triggered if you did take it. First touch of the MA9 after the gap down. Right, you target these previous lows. Good risk to reward. You take it right here. That's a pretty wide stop, probably. I'll probably use this area right here. Definitely have to go longer dated. But if you go longer dated, you put more risk on the table because those contracts are not cheap. And they have some spread, but it's not a bad risk to reward. It's probably go some cheap contracts. Hope you get a quick move, but we'll see. That doesn't look like I have much there. Let me check my list. Let's go all the way to the bottom. It's kind of like my new stocks I'll be watching. This WeRide. Gapped up, but it did kind of close back. And this is why I want to take this off, because it really shows. But WeRide. Still pushing higher. Tempest AI has some weakness. Let me see. When our earnings. Let me make 200 million. This probably pulls back. T-Mobile. I bought this back here and I still own it. This is a generational buy. I damn near bottom take this. I got like 1435 or 50 is my average. People just don't fucking understand what they do. Like being in the space I am, I understand like how powerful AT&T is from like networking and like IT perspective. They just do a lot in the government space, just a lot overall. PRCH is moving. They got earnings next week. Maybe it's gonna be the earnings that take it over $6. It is moving though. Definitely gotta keep this on watch. Anything else out here before I get off? Serve, good luck. I don't know what fuck people thinking. Serve Robotics doesn't make any money. Like this isn't anyone that's gonna come in and step in and buy this. Like that shit's dead. In my opinion, I could be totally wrong. Now I'm just checking stocks out. Damn, probably should have kept this fucker. I had this shit, what, at $2, $3? I caught a good move on it. I think I got out like right around here. So okay, it looks like the quantum stocks are running out of steam right before earnings. Has chance to defend the 50 again at making a higher low. Could not. People are jumping back into Nike. DraftKings pulled back. This is one of those stocks you have to buy. Pull back into the 20 right here. You buy it 45. You're up $3. I talked about this. This is probably going back to 52 and probably higher. The catalyst would be what happens with FSLR next week with their earnings. And PH, kind of trading sideways a little bit here. Keep an eye on these sellers, man. I mean, again, they are rate sensitive, so it's surprising to see like Nextracker do so well with how these other ones are performing. But keep an eye on these. See what BE's doing. Check the weekly. Hopefully I have some fucking time to trade tomorrow. When I say I was busy, bruh, it was like fucking meetings after meetings. I'm sitting here having to like walk people through everything. Like motherfuckers just can't do their damn job, yo. Can't do their job, then I'm forced to do the job for them. Like, and I'm that type of person. Like I ain't got time to be teaching you how to do your job. I'm just gonna say, just send the shit to me and I'll do it. Cause I'm not about to fucking teach you, like, tell you what to write. I hate that about people. Like, well, what did you say so I can write it down? Motherfucker, take this shit, summarize what I'm saying, and put it in your own words. Like, this shit pissed me off, man. LSPD, kind of worked off this 12 spot. I was in this before, around this same location, and I sold somewhere around here. Around 16, got out, and then had some news about it potentially selling. This is not a bad earnings reaction. Kind of reminds me, like I said. Let me see what Stone did. STNE. Yeah, like this right here doesn't look fucking bad. And I thought I had this. That doesn't look bad. It looks like a reversal. And then it came back in tag. And kind of this spot right here where it kind of undercutted these spots. See, I was kind of building this base. You can be early, right? Grab 50 shares. Rest these lows. $3. I mean, if this turns around, you got a big winner on your hand, right? You buy here. So you want to try to treat this like an investment. Stop down here, 50 shares, $150, right? This could turn around. This gets back to even like its IPO opening. You're talking $30, like 200%. I might just have to take a look at this. And they don't have bad fundamentals, I want to say. The fundamentals are pretty good here. 600 million. Let me see. What was their... I think that was the only thing. Their debt versus cash. This looks like it still wants to go higher. And like when you look at it from like this perspective, it's still in a base for the most part. Like from a monthly perspective, this still can go higher. All earnings gap up. Never really gave you that EMA 9 or 20 setup. If it does kind of pull back relatively on like very small volume, it starts to break higher. You can kind of see like the volume picking up a little bit. All right, we're sitting at about 30 minutes. I'm not going to be here for a long time. I think I have Monday on my list. I mean, it still looks pretty good. I would rather it kind of pull back to the 20 before it kind of breaks out again. But IoT. Damn. This thing's fucking rampant. That new highs? That is new highs. Whoa. That's a move. That's a nice move. Don't see a setup though. Oh, Robinhood pullback today. I think they had their earnings at night. Comp, I think they had earnings today. Not good earnings, but I thought I seen this up a lot. Damn, I didn't know they make that much money. Online real estate. Oh, let me check out GoDaddy. I just don't understand how this stock's. I don't really understand how this stock is still alive. Alright. JetBlue. What the fuck happened with JetBlue? This is getting ready to try another short. Or probably not. No. The weekly price still looks not bad. You get some meat on that bone. What did this ACHR do today? Oh. It's not bad. I'm just not comfortable playing those stocks right now. That's about it. I mean, these are some of like my new holdings I have. Still in Moderna. I just don't think people recognize the value here. Could be wrong, could be right, but if I'm right, it's a big winner for a long time. CLF, I got out of this. I wanted that continuation. I think my stop was 1040 originally. I probably should have bought more on this dip. They do have earnings next week, or Monday. Getting smoked in this Moss, which is a weed stock. New lows. I added a little bit. Not too sure if I want to add any more. It's kind of a speculative stock, so leave that alone. Oscar. I like my position. $13 is my average. Mobileye, like my position. My average is on this day around 1460. Caught this in pre-market. And Grab, my average is like $5. I got this back like after markets. And AMD, my average is like 109 down here. Those are some of my new ads. Uber, still got Uber. Bought this back in December. Down here. Added a little bit here and there. And I even added on earnings day when it pulled back a little bit pre-market, around like 66. My average on this is like 67. But yeah, that's about it that I have for you guys. Let me check out PMH now. Now I want to go. Now I wants to go. But I'm just not trading this anymore. It's on my do not touch list. What was the one stock I want to look at as well? ANF. Um, right into the EMA 9. Fades off. All right, let me check out some of these chips and then I'll be done. Oh, lemonade was looking good. Um, a nasty fade off though. God damn. But it didn't look bad. You know, it had a nice little move all the way up to $41. This wasn't a bad move. So, you got earnings coming up. So you probably having some people de-risk. Who knows? What's Root doing? This thing Root was going crazy before earnings. Had a crazy reaction here. Big beat on their EPS. And I wanted to check out chips. Let me check out chips. Let's see what the chips are doing. I know SMTI. I was talking shit about this stock. I think you traded. I don't know if you ever want to really be heavily into it, considering some of the circumstances about their accounting and their accounting irregularities. I'll be a little cautious there. But yeah, I think I kind of marked out see what happened here at this $50 location. Kind of opened up right here at this 51 spot, which I think lines up to this gap, so I can probably get rid of this. And kind of sat here, continued at the highs. Intel, yeah, I think this is going much higher. Like I said, not like I said, but it's just hard for me to get in because I just don't like vertical moves. I'd rather wait for the pullbacks to see what happens. But yeah, this thing's blasting off. Most volume traded today. God damn. Shit. That's a pretty big move. AVGL. You don't really see anything there. Let's check the weekly. Nothing really. ELAB. This is the open. This is the open from the earnings gap. You kind of see how I kind of rejected here at the anchor rewap and the EMA 20. That was right before earnings though. So I'm saying they always set up right before a fucking binary event. Alibaba. Not jumping in front of that freight train, I can tell you that. But I just don't trade China's. PDD, PDD, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, big move. Not the same move it had back here early October, but it's moving. Damn, SE is fucking strong. I think this is the one I want to pay attention to. Because it's been tapping this 49 spot for so fucking long. And I remember when it had a crazy move here. It was supposed to get sold for $90 and then it didn't go through. I just been watching it. Let me say, damn, this is what I need to be watching. Yeah. Rivian. Holy shit. I mean, that's a base. But man, they lost so much money. I just This the type of I just like stocks with good fundamentals as well, with good setup sometimes. Something I can like say, you know what? I think I want to hold this. I don't want to trade it. I want to hold it. This may just be a trade. And with trades, you gotta respect your stops. And they got earnings. Damn, everything has fucking earnings coming up. All right, yeah, that's about it, man. Peace. God bless.